Good afternoon, Doctor and all my friends. My name is Lim Sinro. Now I will start with the topic of digital pedagogy in Malaysian education. Digital pedagogy refers to the use of technology together with teaching strategy in the learning process. It is not only about using digital tools, but also about how teachers design lessons to help students understand better and stay engaged in learning. Digital tools combined with teaching methods aim to improve learning quality and prepare students for future learning needs. Next, we move to the digital pedagogy during PDPR. During the COVID-19 pandemic, PDPR was introduced to ensure learning could continue. This situation increased the use of digital tools in school and also university. However, it also showed that not all teachers, students, and schools were fully prepared for digital learning. Next, important trends in the use of digital pedagogy. Trend 1: use of learning management system (LMS). Many schools and universities in Malaysia now use digital platform to share learning materials, communicate with students, and manage assignments. This platform allows learning to take place anytime and anywhere. Trend 2 is use of digital learning material. Teachers are increasingly using digital materials such as video and online quizzes to make lessons more interesting. These tools help students participate actively and understand lessons more easily.
So our problem analysis highlights three main challenges. Firstly, about teacher readiness and pedagogical gaps. So since many teachers nowadays use digital tools mainly for content delivery, such as uploading slides or assignments in Google Classroom rather than designing interactive or student-centered activities. Secondly, about the access and equity issues. So this issue remains especially for rural and low-income students who struggle with poor internet connectivity and cannot fully participate in online discussion or assessments. So lastly, about the curriculum misalignment. So this continues to be a barrier as exam-oriented assessment discourage teachers from using digital projects or collaborative tasks that are not directly assessed. So these issues explain why digital pedagogy remains fragmented despite increased access to technology.
Now I will be talking about the proposed digital pedagogy curriculum framework for our group. Our group has chosen the PQI6004 model, which focuses on the integration of content knowledge, pedagogical knowledge, and technological knowledge to support the digital teaching and learning, particularly in Malaysian secondary school context. So this framework is aligned with the PAK21 and the KPED principles. So the main goal of the framework is to strengthen teachers' ability to integrate pedagogy, content, and technology effectively. So it aims to improve the consistency and effectiveness of digital pedagogy while ensuring alignment between curriculum objectives, teaching strategies, and assessment practices. Now I will be talking about the content knowledge, the pedagogical knowledge, and the technological knowledge. So in this framework, the content knowledge remains central to teaching and learning. Plus, the digital tools are used to enhance understanding and not to replace subject knowledge. So, all the digital integration is also guided by the KSSM standards to ensure curriculum alignment. Now, from a pedagogical perspective, the framework supports student-centered approaches such as inquiry-based learning, collaborative problem-solving, and authentic learning tasks. So, this encourages active learning, collaboration, reflection, and also higher thinking skills for students. And lastly, is the technological knowledge. So, technology is also used to strategically and purposely rather than as a content delivery tool. So, this framework promotes flexible, mobile-friendly digital tools that can be adapted to different levels of access and infrastructure while maintaining pedagogical integrity. Okay, next is the assessment alignment. So the assessment is aligned with learning objectives and pedagogy through digital supported alternatives such as project-based learning, digital portfolios, peer feedback, and reflective tasks. So this approach reduces over-reliance on exam-oriented assessments and promotes deeper understanding and feedback.
Hello, now I'm going to present the theoretical justification. So the theory that we have chosen is the understanding by design, which is UBD model, you can say, and how it supports the TPEC framework in lesson planning. So the TPEC explains the type of knowledge teacher needs, which is the content knowledge, the pedagogical knowledge, and also the technological knowledge. So UBD explains how these three types of knowledge can be applied in a structured and meaningful way. So when we use it together, UBD ensures that the content, pedagogy, and technology are integrated separately, not used in isolation. So in stage 1 of UBD model, teachers identify the desired learning outcomes. This strengthens the content knowledge because teachers begin by analyzing KSSM learning standards and objectives before choosing activities or technology. So this ensures that technology use is guided by the curriculum goals rather than personal preference. So stage 2 focus on identifying acceptable evidence of learning. This relates to the pedagogical knowledge and technological pedagogical knowledge. So teachers plan meaningful assessments such as digital projects, presentation or online discussion, and allow technology to enhance learning to make it more engaging and interesting to gain the attention from students instead of just simply using the traditional tests or let them to have some handwriting tests is very boring for them. And for stage 3, involve planning, learning experience, and so teaching activities. So at this stage, all elements of TPEC come together. Teachers carefully select appropriate digital tools such as Kahoot, Padlet, Quizlet, that is very interesting, to support inquiry, collaboration, and active learning. This is to ensure technology supports teaching rather than controlling. So students can also use the digital tools to play when they're learning. Yes. So overall, UBD helps the teachers to avoid a technology-first mindset, which is especially important in Malaysian classroom with varying the access to digital tools. So in conclusions, UBD acts as the planning backbone of TPEC, and it helps the teachers to design meaningful and curriculum-aligned lessons that develop 21st century skills such as critical thinking and collaborations. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Now we will look into the implementation and evaluation part. The step-by-step implementation plan are divided into 3 phases. The first one is the preparation and capacity building from first month to 6 months. The Ministry of Education and State Education Department will conduct TPEC readiness audit to assess the school infrastructures. Phase 2 is the pilot deployment and localization from 7 months to 12 months. The framework will be piloted in selected urban and rural schools. School leaders and subject head will guide all the teachers in redesigning daily lesson plan to incorporate TPEC contents. Phase 3 is the nationwide institutionalization from 13th to 18th month. Professional learning communities (PLC) will be established as peer support network where the teacher can share their successful digital pedagogy strategy and address the local challenges. In monitoring and evaluation part, we utilize the CIPP, contest input process product models to provide a comprehensive evaluation of program success through specific key performance indicators. The contest evaluation KPI includes the percentage of school meeting, minimum infrastructure and connectivity requirements to support the TPEC best lesson. Next, the input evaluation. KPI includes the number of teachers successfully completing TPEC ready certification and the quality of digital content available of dilemma. Thirdly, the process evaluation. KPI focus on the frequency of digital tools integration within the RPH and the active participation rate of educators in digital terms PLC. Lastly, the product evaluation. The primary KPI include a measurable improvement in student KPI score and a reduction in the digital achievement gap between the rural and urban student population. For feedback and continuous improvement mechanism, a digital feedback loop integrated into the dilemma platform for the teachers to report their difficulties or challenges in teaching. Next, an annual TPEC review forum will be established to update the technology knowledge component of the framework. The relative practice portfolio are also suggested to be included in the continuous improvement mechanism.
Okay, based on the proposed framework, implementation plan, and evaluation strategy discussed earlier, I will now conclude our proposal by summarizing the key takeaways, recommendations, and expected outcomes. To conclude, this proposal highlights the digital pedagogy in Malaysia, while increasingly spotted by technology, remains fragmented and often surface level. The main challenges identified include gaps in teachers' digital pedagogical readiness, unequal access to digital resource, and misalignment between curriculum objectives, pedagogy, and assessment practices. In response, this study recommends the institutionalization of a track-based digital pedagogy framework that aligns curriculum standards, instructional practices, and assessment approaches. At the school level, professional learning communities should be strengthened to support relative lesson design guide by the Understanding by Design model, which is UBD. Overall, the proposed framework is expected to enhance teachers' instructional competence, promote deeper student engagement and higher order thinking skills, and support more equitable and sustainable digital pedagogy practices. Most importantly, it positions digital innovation not as a temporary response to change, but as an integral and enduring component of quality teaching and learning in Malaysian education. With this, I conclude our proposal. Thank you.